Hi my friends, this is Kimm Brown. 50 and fabulous. That is going to be my new slogan for the year 2022. After taking a look at some of my makeup videos, I'm going to go through and make some changes with the way I do my eyes. I constantly am trying to make them look younger or lifted, and sometimes I don't hit that mark because I'm kind of set in the way I've done my makeup for so many years when I was below the 50 and when I didn't have quite as much skin, loose skin. And as you can see, I do have loose skin, right? It's there. You can see it. And so I'm going to try these tips and I want you to come along with me. So come on with. So the first thing I do when I get out of the shower after I've gotten dressed is do all my skincare using the Time Wise Repair Voluform Lifting System Advanced Formula. It has a lot of lifting properties in it and ingredients, and so I do that first, and then I use my foundation primer. I do my foundation primer because it will keep everything in place. It also has an SPF of 15 in it, so it will protect your skin when you are outside. So after I do my foundation primer and my eye primer just helps put that extra matte in there because and when I use this, right, when I use it, this is how much I use, right? Just a little drop, like the size of a pin, and this is actually too much. Two things it will do: I noticed that it will help tighten my lid, but it will help keep that chrome fusion colors on. It also helps with the oils, right? It keeps the oil in, so it keeps your lid hydrated. You know that I use all Mary Kay products. I love their products. I found that my skin just was so much better when I started using them full time than hodgepodging and putting things in. And that was even when I first started with Mary Kay. I, didn't use all of Mary Kay products. Number one, I wasn't familiar with them. I mean, here was a girl that went from wearing nothing, waterproof mascara, to wearing something. And foundation was not on the list for the longest time because I didn't like the way foundation felt. Now I love this smooth gliding matte finish. So as one of the other things, I had just changed my foundation from summer to winter. It is now, I'm at that point in January. Usually I have to take my foundation down because my neck has changed colors and it just starts making things on my face appear that normally aren't there. So when I go back to my winter foundation, usually my skin just looks better, more even. So that is my foundation. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You've seen videos of me wearing my makeup like I've worn it for years. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to try a couple things different. So we're going to see how this goes, and we're going to do it together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with my color. Now, I want to accentuate this area, but we know that light things are going to make it show up more. And I do have a tendency to put a lighter color here. So we're going to take that. I am going to go with, so I'm going to go with our lavender, and I'm just going to put it. So when you're looking in the mirror, right, and you're looking up, this is the area I'm going to put this in, okay? as you can see. One of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to, if I go for my, here, let's take my eyebrow pencil. If I go from my nose to the corner of my eye, that is where my brow should stop. And if I go from here to here, that is where it should start, right? So we'll do that in a minute. So I'm going to go past that, right? One of the colors that I kind of go to a lot is Blossom. I like Blossom when I use it with the purple. And or it used to be called Sweet Cream, and now it is called Biscotti. And Biscotti is a good color. But I'm actually going to use and I'm thinking that it's a little bit high, still a little bit high, so let's see if we can wipe that out. I'm probably not going to go out with that one. If I start with the color I want to start with, it always works out better. So if I start with this color first. Sorry, I've got to look down in my mirror. I'm going to put the color on this side, and I'm going to hold that up to my upper brow here. I'm not going to put it on both sides. I'm only going to do it on one. One of the things I've noticed, and I've been watching a lot of tutorials with our makeup advisor, Louise, and sometimes when you're over 50, you have to like literally make your eye, right? So one of the things we do is we make that, we create it, right? And I had naturally my eyes just kind of go down, so I'm trying to lift them, right? Now I can go with a little bit brighter color if I wanted. I'm going to go with my fluffy end because it's very fluffy. I'm going to take a little bit of my Amber Blaze, oops, and go just a little bit, make it just a little brighter, right? Because it's a little bit. I love these two colors together. They just look really good with my green eyes. And we still want to accentuate our green eyes, right? We want to make our green eyes look, or your blue or your brown, right? You want to make them look good. So because my eyes kind of droop down, if I bring the color in to the corner of my nose here and not bring the white up so high, it will actually give you the illusion that my eyes are not droopy. You'll see that in a minute. I was trying this the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, that is awesome. All right, so I have those two. And the other thing is when you start putting darker colors, because I have a lot of extra I have some fine lines right here, right? So I have, you'll notice here, right? You can't really see it, but I have a lot of hairs right here, okay? So I'm actually not going to add the hairs, but where I do have to add the hairs is right here. And when you use our Precision Brow, okay, liner, we've drawn our lines, we've got our hair. So here, just a little bit thinner, my hairs. And so I just do small little, when it gets out to the outside, we're okay. And because I want to have more of a lift here, I'm going to draw that in a little bit. Now I love our our volumizing brow tint. It helps keep all those little ruly hairs where you want them. And as you can see, I'm actually combing it where I want them. I have hairs there, as you can see, but they're so blonde. I prefer to keep mine a little bit thinner because my eyes are smaller, so I like to keep more of a thinner brow. I don't have thick brows, but so now my one trick, where's my liners? Liner, it's in here. There it is. Now you can use black if you choose. I always thought when we get a little bit more seasoned, we should go with just the next color lighter, which in our case is what we call our steely. So where your last eyelash is, you're going to take that and you're just going to draw a line. Sorry, let me sharpen it a minute. Has a sharpener on the end. You can also do this with like a, and I just come back with like a small V, and then I do go very thin at my line, at my lash line, just because I have a smaller eye. And if you want to carry this down, you can. Oops. I like to take our smudger brush underneath, Just kind of smudge that. Keep it as thin as possible. So let's just do that again. See how that draws my eye down a little bit? I needed to come out just a little bit more. I needed to stop it just a little bit right here. And then I would have brought it up a little higher. So I'm going to take where my lash line is. You're not going to go, you're just going to go up, right? It's actually easier if I go down. I know some people will put their liner on their waterline. I personally don't do that just because I have a problem with one of my eyes watering a lot, and that it doesn't look good when I get done after, you know, a couple hours. Especially if I'm going in and outside with the weather we got right now. So now, if you would, what does that look like if you want to use a, where did I put this? What does that look like if you want to use one of our colors, right? So I have all of our Chromafusion colors. You can see the ones that I use a lot. So if I took this color right here, which is our Cashmere Haze, right? I can also use our Shadow. I think it's called Shadow. This one right here. This one right here, right? It's a little bit darker. So I could use Shadow. We could actually go over on top of this. You can actually get up a little bit higher. Makes it a little more. And it almost works a little bit better than if I actually use a pencil, because of the material and the extra skin that I have. So now I am going to follow that with our mascara. Do as far as like curl. Now I take this and I curl and I lift and I lift and I lift and I lift. It works much better than if you just take and hold it down. I do that about 10 times. I like using my Ultimate. You can't see it, but my lashes are they're so curled. And they'll stay that way. So if you remember, I put liner under one side, but not under the other. So what do you think? Yeah, we need to line them both, huh? Now, you can put it right at the line. Usually I do the liner right after I do the mascara, because then I can. So if you liked this tutorial and you want to share it with some of your friends, definitely share it. We're Fab 50 and we're looking fabulous. So look for more videos I'm going to post on here in the next few months all about 50. See ya. Have a great day.